for my diehards. Hopefully I'm live right about now. I wanted to see something. Yeah, there it is saying I'm live right there. See that? Anyway, destroyed. Totally destroyed. I didn't want to do this video, but thank you to the Deborah Fabulous 5, formerly aka Introvert in Denial. It's like, do the video because you're different than everybody else because you share losses. So I'm going to share a massive loss with you. And it's not even all the losses what I'm about to share because I got other accounts that it was a terrible, terrible day. Oh, hold on, y'all. Let me get up my chat. I know I forgot something. Okay, I think I'm on. Anybody here? Hello? All right, there we go. Yeah, so terrible, terrible day. So thanks to her, she's like, yo, I'm different, you know, because I'm going to show you my losses. I show you my gains, but lately I've been showing you too many losses, which means it just, it sucks. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, it's just terrible. So let's look at Facebook. And y'all can see what I was playing, right? We had the breakout. I was playing the range. The more knocks on the top, we usually break through, which we did, you know, right there. We had no really knocks on the bottom. Maybe this line could be pushed up just a little more, right? Just a little more. We'll readjust the range. Wrong drawing. We'll readjust it. Okay, so you see it's up and down, and boom, and then straight through. We fall through. We don't even pause. You know, we just go right through the bottom of resistance like it wasn't even there. I guess we had a little pause right there. And it's been about the whole Facebook ads because Verizon pulled out, right? They're like, all right, fix up your act. So, but during all of that, I think we, you know, I think we reached this all-time high with that. And I was like, it just doesn't care. All of a sudden they cared today. It's funny because Verizon said they had like 1.4 million, and then the other companies, maybe 1 million or something. And I'm just thinking, okay, so this is for their year, their annual budget. I'm like, Facebook wakes, you won't even see that in the graph. You know what I mean? So 2 million comes out the budget for a year. You don't even see that, you know? So anyway, but I guess the market cares. And Facebook did come out with a statement, but I guess they didn't care about that statement, man. What's up, JRH? I'm about to share some, oh man. Remember that day at Tesla? This is probably up right up to the same day, same losses, man. But this time it was in Facebook and some other stocks as well. So, all right, here we go. I hate looking at it, man. Look at that, down $5,000 right there. So you can see most of it is Facebook. I did no trades. Well, Amazon, I'm still in it. This one, I'm still in it. I actually bought more Facebook. I bought into that panic. Hopefully I was right. I actually bought leaps, you know, 2 years, 1 year. So I'm actually stacked, man. I got a lot of leaps. So if this thing goes down any further, more pain. Nicola told you I just got to leave that alone. I can't get out. Tried to get out. I can't get out. Yeah, man, tell me about it. But I don't know. I'm playing on the thing that they're going to fix it, you know, and make it right. You know, they did come out with a statement. I read it. I'm like, okay, yeah, they on top of it. But I guess the market didn't like it. I don't know. But it was a big day. I mean, the NASDAQ was down. The Qs is down 2.5, you know. So it was a big down day, you know. So maybe it just got washed up in that, like nobody cared about anything. NVIDIA, I'm out. SPX, I'm out. Tesla, I stayed in it. Tesla was actually pretty good to me today. Only lost 167. I'm still up for the position. Look at the positions. I'm up. I didn't make, you know, but for the day I'm just down. So I'm just giving it all back, all of it, you know, and it's terrible, you know. So titanium, asked Mr. T, said pain. Yeah, man, that's pain. I didn't even want to do the video. So like I said, the introvert made me do the introvert. I still call her introvert. Deborah's Fabulous Fives. She made me do the video. She's like, you got to show your losses because then you know what? Nobody else does. And I do. Y'all know I do. I'm just showing y'all too much. Meaning, goddamn, it seems like every time I'm showing losses, you know. So I gotta fix something. So I just went. If you see, I went long leaps in Facebook because I still believe in the company. I think they'll fix it. You know, Facebook shops. A lot of good things is going on, and even it depends how big this wave gets, because the advertisers, they don't need them. They already have a problem with not enough ad space, not enough real estate when you scroll, So take a few out. I mean, how many times I'm seeing a Unilever ad for soap, or even a Verizon ad? Generally, the ads always seem like people like me and you when we start their little businesses or whatever. I never see the majors on there. Like, I never see a Coke ad on Facebook. Who sees a Coke ad? Does anybody see a Coke ad? Run for the hills. We broke. Yeah, it's ugly. Look at that break right here, just in this. I mean, I don't know if, remember, I bought Leap, so I might take a lot of pain, but I got a couple of years to try to get that back. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. And it's funny because yesterday, let's pull up the SPX. And this is what, it was so mind-boggling yesterday. Well, just not mind-boggling. Let's get a better word. I was on the right side, right? I was short, man. This is breaking. Oh, yeah. And then this took me out of my position, right? I'm like, damn, it closed. We got the double two closes above it. It's closed strong at the end of the day. And right towards the end of the day, I was like, you know what, I'm out. I think we're just going to go high. Remember I said in the video, I said, this doesn't happen. We don't go down and over and up like a U. I said, that doesn't happen. But I came out of the positions. I was like, oh, well, but it happened, so I'm wrong. So when it came down today, and it's funny because I thought about going short again today, but I was like, oh, I don't need it yesterday. Yesterday, I was in and out because I was confused. I was like, I don't need another day like yesterday. I don't need that. Yesterday, all my losses was me. If I would have just sat on my hands, I wouldn't have lost anything. So I'm looking at it today. Okay, we coming down. Okay, no problem. We just coming down. And it's just like, what? We broke out, went right through the bottom of the range. We struggled through all of that yesterday. I mean, is this yesterday? Yeah, this is the 15th, and the last couple of days. And so we blow through, and then, so it was a fake out. It was a total fake out. We even had the volume yesterday that, because I didn't understand it. I didn't understand this yesterday. Look at the minute chart to really see what happened. Where is it at? God, I can't see nothing. It's the 26th. Today's the 20th. Yeah, that's it right here. Way over here. Right? So this is yesterday, and then, just explodes, I guess it could have been. My volume is not showing right here. Volume starts picking up, and then just blows right out of the range like there's no range. I'm like, oh, man, I'm wrong. So got out, flipped all my positions like for the second or third time. I can't even remember because I'm that down up. It was just crazy yesterday. So today, I'm kind of more calm because it was a small gap down. We did a little rally right there. Come into the range. Okay, no big deal. And, I didn't just think we was just going to keep trending lower and lower and lower. And then there we are. So all I did was get out of my positions and actually put more Facebook positions on. So we'll see what happens, We'll see what happens. That's where the eyes are. That's why they're like, oh, we're only going to be out till September, whatever. So if they want to advertise, that's really where the eyes are. You said the dip in QQQ's 245 call about 130 that didn't go. Are you still on it? You still holding it over the weekend? You said the VIX is so high that it makes sense to sell. Yeah, it could go higher though, but that's I'm trying to think what I did wrong, right? That's one of the first things I'm trying to analyze. And I know I'm just like, what, what the fuck? I don't lose all that money anyway. I'm like, okay, what the fuck am I trading diamonds for? Google, why am I in Google? Why the hell am I in Nikola? Why am I in Nvidia? By the way, that trade blew up on me. I wanted to talk about that. Why I do the SPX and Tesla? Okay, so I'm like, I'm just out of my game. All of a sudden I started expanding. I tell you, a lot of trades a few stocks: SPX, Amazon, and lately the Tesla. That's it. And I'm venturing. And notice that I think the Tesla, if I stack Tesla, I lost 167, SPX 250. That's nothing. Remember, we down 2.5%. Amazon was kind of 530, but the position is 209. So that's not bad. I'm just down 209. It was a bad. I got to keep an eye on that one though, but that's what it is. I'm just like, I'm all over the place trying to call the ups and downs. I don't do that. I just basically sell puts, and the puts, not the calls, and not selling calls, so that's what I think I did wrong. And I just got too out of my game the last couple of days because this market's fucking with my head. He said, yeah, I'm still holding on to it. Short week next week. Be careful on options expiry next week. Yeah, I'm not trading. Like I said, I bought those Facebook long leaps. I'm done for the most part. That's my trade. I swear that's my trade. If it goes down, and because remember, I'm in it heavy now, but for the long term. So if it goes down, I'll lose some more thousands. If it goes up, I gain lots of thousands. So, but then that's it. I'm just gonna hang out in that, and see what happens. I'm gonna take a look at earnings. I'll beat through an earnings, see what happens with this whole Facebook, shit. God damn it. Oh, with this whole advertising thing, and then maybe I'll make another call. But for the most part, I'm in it. But I'm looking at the stock, and yeah, it looks like it can go maybe to just 205. I remember it struggled there forever. I was actually in it here. By the way, it's something else I want to share. Here, I think it had a bad earnings report. Was it here? Yeah, and it went down 20. Remember, this was the biggest drop in any S&P 500 company in one single day ever, or something like that. This drop right here, I think that was a single day. And it was crazy. I was like, and look, it went all the way down to 120. It was so, Facebook can do that to you. I'm trying to think what happened. And then at the same time, okay, you had the earnings, and then at the same time, there was on Capitol Hill and the whole the privacy things, and it just brought it way down here. And this was an excellent buy right here. I made some money on this little up, but I got out of it. But man, if you could have just loaded the boat right here, because this was too low. As you see, it basically doubled in a year. So I think when Facebook sells off, it's just super. Look at right here. Everything sold off there. It's really a buying opportunity. If you look through the whole month, and I just like the chart, all of that. This kind of reminds me of Amazon before Amazon went ballistic. So it's been doing nothing for basically 2.5 years. 1, 2, just chop. Nothing, none of this. So I'm thinking we're going to get another one of these, and that's why I kind of loaded up the boat for the next couple of years, and let's see what happens. Let's take this opportunity to maybe make more. That's all I come up with. I could be wrong as fuck. Anyway, I bought a couple of Zoom calls. This is the only bullish stock I got on my watch list. So you still bullish on the Zoom? Not bad. I tell you what, to be down 1% on a day like today, that's not bad at all. But gosh, man, that thing is this is the weekly. If we go down though, just be careful, because if it's like one of them real sell-offs, it hits everything, So even though it didn't really hit this, so when we had the COVID going on, this just went sideways. Here it is right here. This little drop. All right, yeah, maybe that's significant. We went from about 150 down to 109. Okay. So but it's not as much as the other stocks, and then just straight to the moon. Just caught a double for the most part after that. You lost 8% in my portfolio. Chopper, yeah, I'm with you, man. I lost big. I don't know what the actual percentage is. It was pretty damn big, pretty big. So, but I just feel like I don't know, man. I got suckered by the market, or I'm trading too much because it was just a total fake out, man. Let me go back to that SPX. Total fake, and then I want to talk about Facebook one more time. I was checking out the hourly. Yeah, and that's and here's the thing. No, wait a minute. The hourly, maybe the 4-hour. Yeah, here's the range. And I'll draw it again. This is for the SPX, right? So it was in here. We kind of broke out through the top. Actually, we didn't if I fixed that box. And then we got down and then straight through the bottom. So it's just crazy. That, anyway, so Facebook, there's one thing that's, I think it's actually a good sign. And I'm going to pull up the 4-hour. Yeah, let's zoom in like I was before. Let's pull up the daily. Got to see the daily. And this volume right here. Okay, this is 75 million shares traded. It trades normally 24 million. That's the average. It's the yellow line. You got to count like the date. So 24 million average. It traded 75 million shares. That's 3 times the normal average. So it could be a washout. So, come Monday, maybe this thing is back. Maybe all the scared hands got out. So that's actually a good thing. You can see how high that volume is. I mean, it's like a flush, So I don't remember. Yeah, you look back. Let's see how far I can go back. We can look on a weekly. See, we can't count this. This was COVID, right? Everything was just selling. It was giving away free stocks. So can't count that. And maybe here. I don't know what happened here. But look, on that day, that was the bottom. So that's a similar day. And that was the bottom. That was 151 million. Actually, shoot, ain't that? And today was this. Actually, I'm looking at the week. 158 million for the week. Well, damn. Today. Okay, today was 75 million. So most of the week. All right. I'm like, damn. All right. So the week was 158 million. And then that was 151 million. See, and that was the bottom. Let's look at another one. Here, right there. Traded 203 million shares. That was the bottom. And let's look at another one here. That was the top. So you can see when you have big volumes like that, it can indicate a change in direction, right? And then here's another one. That's crazy. 451 million shares. I don't know what happened. But that was the bottom, right? It was actually the next day, but that was the bottom. So that's something to keep in mind. So maybe it comes, it's doing this, and it comes down, up, down, and then it takes off. What will take it off like that? Could be this. I mean, because if these earnings are super like, oh my God, Facebook blew it out the water. Fuck, they don't even know. Wonder why they ain't saying shit. Everybody be back on board and all of that stuff. And maybe they'll even say something about the advertising. And I mean, they could totally change the game right here. And this is a stock that normally runs in the earnings. I don't know if it'll run in now with all this negativity, but so we talked about, so that's good news, is that this volume, right? I think that's pretty huge. We'll see. He said gap up coming Monday. What, in Facebook? Or do you think just the market? Hey, babes. Zoom gonna get murdered when things get back to normal. Yeah, but you wait a minute. I thought okay. The calls you got. What month you got? This is yeah. They're gonna get murdered when things. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess because it's like but I don't know. I mean, with these states closing down, it almost seems like I was just talking to this with my girl today. It seems like we're never gonna get back to normal. I think that's some of what the market happened today. I think that was some of my feelings. I was talking to her, because we was talking earlier in the month. If we, in my opinion, just would have took the pain and closed for 2 weeks, everything, you got a ticket if you was out. If you wasn't going to the grocery store and back home, you got a fine. If we would have just took the pain, right, for those 2 weeks, maybe this would be so much better. So if we get back into the same predicament, things is closing again and all that stuff, what was the whole point way back in March? We did nothing, because if we could have just suppressed it, everybody's in. People who have the virus will cycle through. The virus can't transmit because nobody's going anywhere. And eventually almost just basically kill off, kind of like China, China was pretty strict. And, but we're, I never, here where I live, I couldn't tell things was closed at all. Couldn't tell, so I've been saying that all along. And now people are out like crazy. It's unbelievable. We talked about that in my video yesterday. So, but imagine we go back to where we was. So as long as this situation's there, I think Zoom will actually be good. But if it comes back, I can see it going bad. Or I think the other death knell could be just another company, man. Suppose Facebook comes up with something similar, or and Cisco's got it. I mean, you can already kind of chat on Facebook. Suppose they come up like a business chat, because everything is there. It just seems like they just got to do some tweaking with the code. It's just nothing unique there. That's what gets me. How could Zoom be like that? It's nothing unique. Google Hangouts, you just go in your apps. There's so many video type chats. It's just unbelievable. So why is there something I'm missing? They do that I don't understand? I mean, Skype, you can do it, and you can share screens and everything with Skype. It's all old fashioned. Skype does it. So I don't get it. I don't get why Zoom is the winner. I don't get it. Cash, all right, so you said market, they've been pumping all the bad news. True that. I noticed that. We went through that yesterday. Remember, I was like, look at all the bad news. And so when the market shrugged it off at the end of the day, it was a gap down, stay down, then boom, just crazy. I'm like, well, maybe I'm worried about nothing. Again, I'm worried about, market shrugging it off, but I don't know. It was a fake out, or some couple of funds or whatever got out, and maybe that's what it was. Or maybe they bought yesterday so they can get out at better prices. Basically games, right? Somebody was playing games with a large amount of money. You said something will come out about a cure come Monday morning, right? Or the Fed, because we know we don't have too much of this drop down before, something comes out, and it always seems perfect timing. So yeah, probably. I don't think it'll be too long. I don't think we get close to the bottom, or I don't know. What am I on Facebook? Let me go. I don't think we get close. Something will come out, some positive news pumped by some company, and then it's off to the races again. Now the market caught everybody else on the wrong side of the trade again. You said Zoom has an easy to use interface. Okay, Zoom is also a verb, right? Like Google. So was Skype at the time, if you remember, right? Remember, Skype was the only thing going. I'll Skype you. Remember that? What happened? They lost the handle. They lost it. Anyway, they are not hot for security. I know, but that's fixable. That's what I'm getting at, right? It's just fixable. They can make it secure and just come out with it. But I guess Zoom is it. But we'll see what happens. It was just a kind of a so-so stock. I remember when these IPOs were coming out, I think Zoom was kind of a laggard, if I remember right. Didn't do much. Then it started gaining, just kind of, because compared to the other IPOs at the time. I wanted to say that. Can't remember, like Beyond Meat. Remember, just Straight to the Moon. What was some of those other ones? I can't even remember. Well, Peloton was one. Did that shoot out the gate, Peloton? Or did that just fall? Nah, it fell. I can't remember, but Zoom was like, I don't know. If I remember, it was so-so. Maybe it was, I don't remember. I might be saying, take everything I just said back. But then, here comes perfect timing for your company, right? They was at a low. It was breaking. Look at that. It broke. It was breaking right there. Here comes the virus. Boom, off to the moon. Right. So if this wasn't here, what does it say about the company? You know, talk about perfect timing for your business. Oh man, Zoom can be imitated very easily. Yeah, that's you know, I agree with that, but oh well, I guess that's what it is. I'm telling you, somebody, you know, these companies are not gonna let Zoom be just get all the money in this area. You know, shoot, Amazon could even come out with something like that. You know, call it Prime Talk or something. I don't know. Um, but yeah, they're not gonna let watch them make all this money, you know, or wow, you know, they're gonna wanting to get in. And we already know Cisco does it already. I forget what it's called, but I don't know how easy it is. I don't really know too much about it. It's called Web something, but they're not getting it. This actually looks kind of bullish. Um, and they got a dividend, nice 3.11%. So right there, I actually like that. Web meeting, is that what it's called? I don't know. Yeah, I'll Google it. Cisco Zoom. Here, there's a story. It's from Barron's. It probably won't let me read it because Barron's always blocks their shit from me. 6 reasons why Cisco still matters despite. No, wait a minute. That's not what I just clicked on. Here, who needs Zoom? Cisco acquired video conference service WebEx for 3.2 billion in 2007. See, it's all old. A deal you probably forgot about that Cisco would have liked to forget about too recently. While shares of the red hot Zoom video communication spiked 150% this year on homeschooling and virtual happy hours, WebEx is serving large enterprises, the same ones that buy Cisco networking gear. Cisco doesn't break out WebEx revenues, but consider this. WebEx hosted over 25 billion meetings in April, triple the level in February, and more than 6 times the 4.1 billion video meeting minutes Microsoft Teams had in April. I forgot about Microsoft Teams. Zoom declined to provide similar data. So you see, it's already out there, right? So I forgot about Microsoft Teams entering the ring. So yeah, it's just not unique. They don't have no moat. That's the word I'm looking for. No moat. So anybody can get in there and get in these businesses, you know. So maybe that's why Microsoft is just really hanging in. The last 2 days, I think it took a hit. Yeah, look at that candle. But yeah, that's what happened. While the market was damn near tanking, Microsoft doing nothing. So maybe part of that's the video conferencing and all that stuff. Look at that, billions. Pull that down there. I always like what goes on when it does that. Anyway, Microsoft is just a tank of a stock, man. I used to do covered calls way back here when it was $100, right? So right here, man, I was making all kinds of money with just covered calls. I would buy 100 shares, which cost $10,000. And I was selling like $2 every week. I was selling like the call right at the money. So I was making like $1,000 a month. And yeah, it was an ATM. It didn't let me down, but it eventually did let me down. It went down to $95. I think it was right here. No. Yeah, probably right here. Or maybe it was right here. I think it was right here. And so I stopped trading it. But I should have got right back on it. But I was making all kinds of money. Anyway, you said you used it for virtual graduate. Oh, okay, good deal. Cisco WebEx. Yep, we just brought that up. So you use Cisco WebEx for the virtual graduation, or was it Zoom? Just curious. And I don't know. I'm sure some YouTubers out there got the side by side comparison. Which one is better? You know, you get all those versus whatever, anything verse anything on YouTube. See which one is actually better. But for whatever the reason, though, Zoom is getting all the glory. Like they invented something, right? So Cisco, he said they bought this technology in 2007. But Zoom is just the hot one, you know? They just the ones. I don't get it. Okay. You said Microsoft said they're closing a lot. I heard that, but I don't. Who goes to a Microsoft store? I didn't even know they even had stores. If they had a store and I passed one, I don't think I would ever go into it. Why do I need to go into a Microsoft store? Is there something there that, so I heard that, but I was like, I don't know if that's relevant. What do you think? Because, like, what would I want to buy there? Because everything you can buy online that they have that I know of, maybe it's just a place to show off their gadgets. Because Microsoft does got some cool stuff, but, it's Apple that gets the, gets all that glory for their stores. Microsoft, they're closing a lot of stores. Yeah, I don't even know what's in a Microsoft store. I thought because they all about software, and you could just buy that online. Now they got the subscription thing and Microsoft Office. I think they dropped the word Office. Call it Microsoft or drop. Oh, Microsoft 360 was called. Now it's just I can't remember. You said it's boring. Microsoft stores are like JCPenney. That's what I'm figuring. Like, if I were to pass one, I would have no reason to want to go into that store. I wouldn't, like, why? So maybe they just now figuring that out. So they closing the stores. But I don't think, so basically what I'm saying is, I don't know if that's a big hit on the stock. I didn't know I don't think the stores were responsible for this run. I think what makes Microsoft is from way back in Windows 95. I could be talking way past anybody. I don't know how old people are. It was in 95% of all computers were Microsoft. So basically, offices, everybody's familiar with the brand that runs an office. So they have an easy in, an easy sell for new technology and stuff. They have Microsoft, all the Excels and, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, and they had that suite. And every office used it, and they still do. So it's just they're easy to sell, And I think that's that from way back in Windows 95 when they got the whole market. Remember, there was even an antitrust with them for when they started Internet Explorer. If you remember, it was Netscape Navigator was the first browser. And you had to pay for it. It cost $40 to buy it. You had to buy a browser. Well, since everybody had Microsoft Windows to begin with on damn near every computer in the world, they included it free. Here's Internet Explorer for free. And then that caused an antitrust issue. And then Netscape Navigator went out of business. Anybody my age can remember all of that? Went out of business. Anyway, they wind up winning, and then Internet. I could tell you the whole history on it. So Internet Explorer was the new shit. All right. Then here comes Google with Google Chrome. See, Internet Explorer, they ruined it. They was putting all this junk in there and all of these different things, and it started taking, when you dial up something, it was taking forever, and all this bullshit was this clogging this web browser. So here comes Google, and if you remember, Google is just clean, and even till today, they say they'll never put ads on their homepage. There it is. That's how Google started. Simple. And so everything was simple. So they came out with Chrome, and Chrome had no bullshit, no garbage on it, right? And also, and with Google, if you remember, Google, reason why, because Yahoo was the king. Yahoo would charge people, because I remember I tried to get listed for something I was doing. It was like $400 to get listed. So Yahoo's results were bullshit because you had to pay to get listed if you wanted some real ranking. So then here comes Google, like, we giving you the real shit, this quality. This is what you're looking for. It's a quality search engine. Oh yeah, and here we got Chrome. There was no bullshit attached, no extra links. Now Chrome is getting garbagey, if you notice, about all these apps and stuff. But anyway, it was nice and clean, nothing. And it was fast, But it's just way back. Here's a walk back in the day. But anyway, and then what happened? So Chrome took out Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer is not the shit no more. Now they're trying to come back, and you know what they got now? Microsoft Edge. Is that what they call it? Yeah, Microsoft Edge is their new browser. So then remember, if people remember, anybody remember this or anybody uses this? Bing. So they tried to look at all this junk. So they tried to become Google, make their own little thing. That didn't work. I don't think anybody uses Bing. Anyway, it's just funny how technology. But Microsoft had a lot of failures, man, with technology after. Besides Windows and Windows, that's their greatest product ever. And in Office, the Office suites. But Xbox, so they, Xbox, is good now, and I don't know. They're back on their mojo, I think. So I think that's what's going on here. So I think we went full circle with that. Microsoft claimed Internet Explorer was part of the operating system and could not be. Yes, see, you must be my age. That's what it was. Oh yeah, this is just part of it. It's and Microsoft knew what they was doing. They knew exactly what they was doing. I think they did have to pay some money, or they had to separate it, or I can't remember. But they put poor Netscape Navigator out of business. Yeah, couldn't believe you had to. And that Netscape Navigator, that was like $40, man. It was $30 to $40 to buy an internet browser. Oh man, yeah, you remember? You said Netscape. So remember back in the day, you had to load into the. You mean log in with the. I remember the day I bought a 56K modem, and I thought I was the shit. I'm like, I got the 56K. I'm stalling it in, because everybody was still on the 14.4 and the 28.8. And I was like, I got the 56K. As soon as it came out, my internet speed's going to be fast. Man, that's nothing now. That's a joke. That's a joke now. I mean, 2G is even faster than 56K. I mean, yeah, that's a joke. It's funny how we thought that was fast. We type in something. You could say type in Google, I don't know, google.com. You can go get a cup of coffee and come back before the page loads on you. Oh, man. Yeah, my cousins couldn't phone in for months because I was always on. Yeah, and that's exactly. And then you had to dial like *6 7, whatever, because you didn't want no one to call you because that call waiting beep, boop, would totally fuck the internet up. Remember? So you're like, oh, you had to dial that so they get a busy signal, whatever it was. Said the web pages were less compact back in the day. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting where we come from. And you know what? Believe it or not, that really wasn't that long ago. So technology is flying. Now, why are we even talking about that? Oh, because of Zoom? And how Cisco and, I don't know. Yeah, that was a good talk back into memory lane. Well, anyway, so where are we going to be Monday? I really have no idea. I'm just done. If I look at this, I think we're going down. This candle is pretty ugly. You got the crossover on the SP. This is the weekly crossover on this slow stochastic. It's still above this blue line, the overbought, is that whatever it is? I just look at the crossovers when I look at this. So if it crosses and comes below, man, that's not good. But if it does that, it can always reverse like it did here, right? You'd be like, oh, here we go. Then boom, it reversed. So this is just kind of an indicator. It's not the end all be all, but I like it. I like it for the crossovers. But this could be, I mean, if you look at this, we have this area of support, right? I'm gonna draw the whole area because it's so wide, and then the bottom. I mean, suppose it gets real ugly, and maybe you got this virus. Be coming into the election. Maybe that's what brings us down there. Maybe it's a combination of the virus and Trump getting out, and that brings us to revisit these lows. I don't know, but it's in danger of making that turn, right? It's just in danger. So, but unlike here, unlike any of these downturns or any other downturn, we got the Fed behind us with this unlimited put. I mean, that's what makes it. You can't really gauge it. I mean, these guys, they throwing trillions, not billions, trillions at the market. And that second stimulus, that I have a feeling with what's happening, that's getting ready to jump into full gear. 1,200 for you and 1,200 for your kids. So that, and then the Heroes Act, pay pet, all that stuff, the bonus, it's going to be even bigger than before. So that might bring us up damn near to near all-time highs if they can get that signed. So there's a lot of things that could happen, and just hopefully the virus, and then the cure thing. If the word cure comes out, we haven't heard anything good lately about that, but they might start talking about it. Just like I forgot who said that. They might start talking about that again. You said, I think this weekend news will dictate which way. Yeah. And which way we go. And what news is that specifically? The virus numbers, or just like something out of the blue, like cure, or and then you hear about American Airlines. They filling planes. Let me see. And they still down 6%. Wow. This analyst has a buy. Let me see. Trying to find a story. American Airlines to lift capacity caps on flight starting in July. American Airlines said Friday is planning to lift the seating capacity limit on its flights beginning July 1st in an effort to bounce back from the impact. And July 1st, that's next week. Said the airline previously reduced seating capacity to 85% on each flight and kept about 50% of the main cabin middle seats vacant. So starting June 30th, the company will ask customers during the check-in process to certify that they do not have COVID-19 symptoms for 2 weeks. And then American said it has partnered with Vanderbilt University Medical Center. I guess they're going to do fever checks and stuff, I guess. The company said it will also inform customers if their flight is going to be full and give them the option to move to a more vacant flight. So they're going to be filling planes. Next week, the stock went down. I thought that was going to be a huge I can't think of the word for the airline sector. And I guess not. It just went down. But maybe just that's the market just bringing everything down. It's going to become an infection machine. It might, a damn incubator like the cruise ships was. We'll find, we're going to find out. That's for sure. We are going to find out. And I have a feeling people, just by looking at the stores and everything, I have a feeling when they ask people, hey, this plane's going to be full, I don't think they're going to care. They're going to want to go because they don't want to wait for another flight or whatever. And I'm just looking in the stores. People don't care. I was just in Myrtle Beach. People was everywhere. They didn't care. So I'm guessing it's going to be the same for the flights. Just get me on it. I'm good. And then you can't really ask questions. Nobody's going to, did you have any COVID symptoms? All right, here you are. You're trying to get to California because your aunt's wedding, even though there's really no weddings. And so they ask you, you have any COVID symptoms the last 2 weeks? Why would you say no? Even if you did, you're trying to get to the wedding. So all of that pre-questioning stuff when you go to different places is full of this garbage, man. Nobody's gonna tell you the truth. Oh yeah, I did a run of fever about 8 days ago. Oh, can't fly. See you later. So who's going to say that? They're going to be like, no, I'm good. No, I didn't have any symptoms. No. And as long as you don't have a current temperature, you're going to be on the plane. So people be stupid to lie when they're trying to get somewhere. You know what it's like when you're trying to be somewhere, Anyway, I just find that funny and stupid. I mean, just all we can do basically is a temperature check from the current conditions, because nobody's gonna tell you the truth. I mean, I guess there'll be some people, but especially if you gotta get somewhere. I mean, even if you just want to go into Kroger, let's say, or the grocery store. I don't know where you are. Let's say you gotta get, and they're gonna ask you the questionnaire. Have you ever had these symptoms in the last 2 weeks? Have you ever left the country? Ever been to Wuhan? All that stuff. I'm sure we probably all got asked that somewhere in the last 3 months. If I'm trying to buy milk and I need it like now, why would I tell you the truth? Yeah, I just came back from China, about last month or whatever, whatever. I was running a temperature. Oh, my my roommate had COVID. Just got over it the last couple of weeks. I don't know, and you're just not gonna get in. And then they're probably gonna put you on some list. Who knows? Take a picture, and then you're banned everywhere. Who knows what they're gonna do with that information that they get? You said you go to military bases all the time. They ask you that question. They asked me that question. I'm like, no. Yeah. I mean, why? You're trying to get on a base. Why would you, work needs to ask me that so I can get the hell out of there. No, my job will let us self quarantine. If we got any symptoms, no problem. No discipline, no nothing. The only thing is you got to use your own sick time. 3 Advils will kill that fever. It's gone. Yeah, that's another thing. So you got it. You feel feverish. You have to be somewhere. You have no alternative. That person's just gonna pop a bunch of Advil, and just for the moment to get on that plane. Once you're on it, you're on it. So I think just everyone gets sick. So yeah, it's just fake, man. It's just fake. We need a vaccine. That's what we really need. But we'll see. I think it's nice that American is doing that because I actually feel that we should have the option. Don't tell me I can't get on the plane. Let me decide, right? Cruises. Let me, if I feel like going on that incubator cruise ship, let me go. Let me risk it. I don't know. It just seems like everything I feel should be open. And we have the choice if we want it. We know it's out there. Do you want to go out there and risk it? Put your mask on and, so that's the way I feel. But they shut everything down. They're going to shut it again and again. We should have just took the pain back in March for 2 weeks or April and just been done with it. And it would have been a lot better. But no, some states were doing it. Some wasn't. Some, all these different stipulations. And now you got states that's bad and you had the kids partying at the beach, a month or so on spring break, and nobody did nothing about it. See, nobody was serious. I wouldn't say nobody. There was a lot of states that wasn't serious, and they might be responsible for bringing it all back. It's just a shame. Yeah, summer's ruined. I went to see my daughter, and we couldn't really do anything. We did go to the beach. The beach was open, but there was a lot of people down there. There were signs that said, be sure to social distance. So the beach was still crowded, but, generally, when you're at the beach, you're not close to anyone anyway. You're going to be 6 feet from the next person anyway. You ain't going to be all up on a blanket. So it was still crowded. It was, and nobody, I didn't see masks anywhere. I should have took some pictures. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me find my phone because I think I got a picture. I don't know where my phone is. Alexa, find my phone.
I'm going to call the phone now, so listen. If it doesn't ring, it's because I can't connect.
All right, I found it. Anybody got that Alexa find your phone thing going on? You said they talk about COVID-19. Yes. Did you hear that they possibly suppressing the death numbers? The Department of Health or CDC or whatever. Yeah, they might be kind of fudging those. So check that out. Look on Twitter. You don't think you're going to see it on the news. Let me see if I can show you all this right here. All right. Let's see what's in the phone. Because I think I took some pictures of the strip. I might not have them, though. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, here's a picture, but I don't think, I'm gonna have to zoom it in. All right, there's nobody coming my side, but look at the other side because everybody wants to go that way. And it's just the traffic and you can see it just goes nonstop. And a little later, there was traffic on both sides of the strip on the street, and people all up and down the sidewalks. I don't have a picture of that. I don't know why nobody's coming from this way. Everybody wants to go the other way, but it was just nonstop traffic. I mean, bumper to bumper traffic, wasn't even hardly moving. And then later on, when the sun started coming down, it was both sides, jam packed, people all over. Like, it looked like New York City down there. Maybe 10% of the people had masks. So that's when we left. We just like, we're out of here. I had a 3-hour drive to get back. So that's how that went. I'm trying to see. Yeah. Let me see. I mean, I could probably pull. Let me see. This is. I don't know what this is right here. Megapay states fudging COVID data on coast. States may be fudging data to give false impression that the surge is that the surge rose far above the numbers of similar deaths during the flu season. Here, states accused of fudging or bungling COVID-19 test data. Numbers can't be trusted. How states might fudge COVID-19 data as they open. Then we shouldn't. Yeah, so just kind of look into that. And then you have a video of this lady surfacing on Twitter that she was a data scientist, and she got fired because Florida wasn't including the people that wasn't from Florida. A lot of people visit Florida, right? So they wasn't including the people. So the people that was dying, I mean, let's say if I'm from New York and I was down there they won't include you as a dying. They say, well, that's a New York death. So it's weird. So look that up and look up videos of people, and you'll see. And then Fox News of course, it's going to be Fox News. Or Mike Pence, they did a story, and Pence and the governor was like, she's wrong and blah, blah. She's not a data scientist. And just the way they was rambling about it almost made me think that there was truth behind it. She got fired because she wasn't listening to what we said. Some BS, I don't know. But yeah, I was like, okay, interesting. Because if you think about it, why isn't there not a lot of deaths? Maybe they're giving them that hydrochlorophyll drug, whatever that's called, or what's that other thing? There's some things that they can do that's better, but we're getting all these record cases, but no less deaths. So it does make you go, So I don't know. There might be something. There might, where there's smoke, there's fire. There might be something there. All right, babe. I'll see you later. I'm getting ready to end this, though. All right. So the country will not close again. But here's the thing, though, Titanium. They didn't close it before. It was the state. So you got Florida. They closed the bars, and Texas or whatever. And if it gets worse, it's going to be the states and the businesses themselves making the closure, like Apple closing the Apple stores where there's surges. So if say my area, Louisville's a hot spot, they say Walmart says we're closing the stores in Louisville. You know what I mean? Or even though they was essential. All right, that's a bad example. Target or whatever, it's just the stores we're closing. Just like it started with the NBA play, the NBA shut down a season, then the March Madness, and then it was always the businesses making those decisions themselves. There was never an official. So I think, about time it was the official, damn near everything was closed everywhere. Disney closed on its own. You see what I'm saying? So I think the same thing will happen again, where we'll stay. They're going to say we're open, but the businesses are going to say, yeah, we're just going to close, so I don't know. All right, babes. So I'll go ahead and end this video. I'm going to talk to my girl. And, yeah, good luck next week. I don't know if I'm going to do a video Monday. If you want to know how my portfolio is doing, just look at Facebook because I'm deep in it. If it's up, I'm up big. If it's down, I'm down big. I'll see how long I can take that pain because I could be on the wrong side of the trade for a while. But like I said, if you look at my positions, I'm way 812 days, 721. and way out of the money. So I bought deep out of the money calls because what was I gonna say? Yeah, just so I don't have that intrinsic value. Generally, when I buy calls, I always buy at the money. But we'll see. Yeah, you said no. Yeah, is it no? Did they cancel the whole season? I don't know. Yeah, that's right. That should be firing up pretty soon here. And then I don't know, but you get my point, and I think that's what's going to happen, and that's going to start bumming out, and that's going to be bad for the stock market. Because remember, it was the NFL. I think when they canceled, was that on March Madness? That's when it started. The market just started tanking. It's one of those. It was March Madness or the NFL, not the NFL. Sorry, the NBA games. Can't remember which one. I think it was the NBA. It was a Dallas Maverick game and something else. And one of the players, they canceled it it was damn near seconds till tip off. All those people got into the stadium and then they canceled it. Oh, man. So that was the start. Let me see something. SPX. I'm going to do a little research on it real quick. Let's pull up the weekly. And I'm going to come over here and type in Dallas Mavericks game canceled. See what date that was. And I can't find Mark Cuban stunned by the end. That says that was right around. Why am I not having the dates? March 12th. March 12th was this week. Okay, we was already down a good 10%, I guess. So maybe it was a little earlier. All right, a little late on that. But that was it. From this drop on, that cancellation, maybe I can bring up the daily. Does it go back that far? Here's March 12th. So maybe everybody from there to there, we was down another 21% after being already down 17%. Oh man, I think maybe that's why it's a little sideways action here. People thought it was gonna hold on. That's that bear market territory, and then just bow. Anyway, all right, y'all. Thanks for watching. I wish y'all the best. I'm not too mad, by the way, about my decision. About my losses. I'm trying to find where the hell's my video at. Yeah, I'm not too mad about my losses because the whole market was down. I don't think I did anything stupid. Like yesterday, I was pissed. I was mad yesterday because it was me, but I didn't do anything. I didn't really trade. The market's just down. I'm in the wrong stocks. I got out of positions. I closed positions out. I was waiting for the bounce. I was waiting, I'm seeing it come down, right? Come down. I'm kind of waiting for the bounce, and we just didn't get no bounce. It was coming down. By the way, it was here. It was here I got out of my positions, right here. That was the bounce. I'm like, that's it? It started coming back down. Let me pull up the minute again. Look at that. And I'm noticing it wasn't getting no traction on any kind of go up. And then it was this one. And I was like, oh, well, look, it's right at the bottom of the range. I thought we was going to kind of start running from here. Because, look, the 1030 reversal, it's a little bit after that period. So we're at the bottom. I was like, you know what? I'm just out. It's not going to happen. And sure enough, so I did get good prices to get out. Not really, but one of the better prices. It wasn't down here. Because I was like, as soon as I sell these positions, it's gonna bounce, and because that's the kind of pattern I was in. I was like, it's just gonna bounce, and the market's gonna be up 300 points again. So I was like, I'm not selling. No. And then somewhere in here, I decided, all right, I'm just gonna get out on a bounce. I'm just get out on a bounce, waiting for it, and it was that bounce that I got out on right when it hit there. And then when I saw it doing this, I was like, oh, okay, good. And then I saw this, and I was like, okay, now we're gonna go up 300. Anyway, I didn't want to sell at the low because that's typically seems like what I do. But so I'm out. So I don't feel bad. I don't feel that bad. And then I did the hard move to buy into weakness. and let's see what happens. Let's see if that turns out to be the correct move. That, what's that word I'm looking for? I'll find out later, find out next week or next month or whatever. But ugly day. All right, y'all. That's it. Let me make sure I answered all the. Hold on, man. I lost the comments. I think I closed it. Now it brings me up a friend. All right, I might have missed some of your comments. Anyway, so thanks for watching, y'all, and have a good weekend. I'll talk to y'all on Monday. I got to work tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm going to do it. I might do a weekend video. I don't know. I'll talk to y'all later, but appreciate y'all checking it out.